John's been working this morning on enlarging the chicken pen. He's got his fence post in. And that's the back of the one we have now. So it's going to be quite a bit different, bigger. We're going to put fence over this cow fence that we have so that the chickens can't get through and nothing can get in. And we're going to do that, of course, on this side too. We have different fencing we're putting up. So what we're planning on doing is taking this fence down that you see ahead of me. And we are going to let our goats come in this part of the pasture too. We've already took down part of the fence over here that we had, and John is going to take this whole fence down, and we're going to use it for the, putting up fencing for the chickens. John is cleaning up the fence line as we're fixing to put the wire up. He's got all the poles up. The chickens are watching him, wondering what he's doing. These chickens love us. My job is going to be to get the push mower and go all the way down to the gate that goes into the chicken pen so John can get in here with the weed eater. So we got the fence up. John did. And here is Hey Buster. Nope, he's too busy looking at the purple thing. Goats are so curious. Yes, aren't you? She's rubbing her head. He's rubbing his head on the shovel. Are you checking it out? Huh? Are you checking it out? Now he's going to stretch the fence. And one way you can stretch the fence is by putting a chain on it with it wrapped around the fence and a piece of wood, and then back up and pull it. I know there's pull-alongs and things like that to use too, but this is the way John chose to do it. So now John's going to use a spud bar, and I mean that thing is so heavy I cannot lift it. And he's going to do a little more stretching and hold it in place. To make sure he has it tight enough and that it doesn't slip. And now it's time for the wire to attach the fence to the post. And I'll be helping John do that. So you take these little wires, and they're built to go right around your fence post. And then you take a pair of pliers and you pull them around. So I've got to get pliers so I can help him. John, how many do we put on a fence post? I can't remember. So we're going to have to put 4 on each fence post. We didn't have as much fence as we thought we had for this one stretch of fence, so we decided to put a gate up. We weren't going to, but you know, sometimes God just says you need a gate. We're going to attach this to the cattle fence. See the cattle fence, how it has big hose? And we're going to attach this to it so that critters cannot come through. Almost every wood post that we have, a woodpecker has made a hole. And it's so strange. I mean, they actually get in there and take the wood out. Today is clean the chicken house out. About every other week, I get in and put brand new shavings in there for the chickens. This is what the hen house looks like when it needs to be cleaned up. There's my babies. And you'll notice there's a whole lot of feathers on the ground because they're molting. And when they molt, they lose feathers. So anyhow, the feathers are all in there and everything. So I'm about to give this hen house a good cleaning. I do this about sometimes every week and sometimes every other week. It depends on how dirty they get it. And this is what it looks like when I have it all nice and clean, ready for them to mess it up again. My Americana is getting in her little basket, I guess you'd call it. She's checking it out, seeing which one she wants. I put fresh flake in all the little places for them to, hi sweetie, for them to lay their eggs. So this is something you just do when you have chickens to keep them nice and safe and clean. Well, all sides of the fences are up, and John is about to make a gate. So we're almost ready for the chickens to come in. While I was cleaning out the chicken house, John finished this side. Fixing to see what the chickens do. Now the older chickens are used to coming out here, but our babies have never roamed like the larger ones have. So it's going to be interesting to see how much they like their new space. Oh, here comes the babies. I wonder if they'll come out. Oh, they went after a grasshopper and they lost it and went through the fence. No, there's another one. They got it. Here's the white one. She's got one. Oh, wow, she's taking off with it too. She said, you're getting my prize. I forgot how many grasshoppers were out here because they've just about wiped out the ones in their fence. I mean, their pen. There, she's got one too. This is the path that John made for me to walk on in the back pasture because it's too dangerous to walk on the road anymore. Cars just go way too fast. John made a path around the property, and then he made some places in between to give me kind of a different way to walk. And as you can see, we have a lot of mesquite trees, or as some people call them, Texas weeds. But this is all we have. So, some shade is better than no shade.